Dr. Rajivan, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, His Excellency, Ambassador of Norway, Mr. Kamsley, Dr. Goel, Dr. Mahan, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It's really my honor and a proud privilege to participate in this conference. And I think it's very important and timely topic that we are discussing all the three together. That means the Antarctica, the Arctic, and the Himalaya, which is also known as the third pole. Last couple of decades, we have realized that the importance of the polar regions, including Himalaya, that how they modulate the global climate. And this is very important because we have by and large understood the role of oceans and atmosphere in modulating climate and the climate change. But our understanding about the polar regions and their contribution to modulating the global climate, it's still in infancy. So I think this is very important that we join together and discuss all the three aspects together. One of the very important problems in this is how the human activities is influencing the polar regions, which is all originating within the polar region as well as the outside. Because we now know that it's not only what we do in the polar regions going to affect, but what we do even outside also can affect the polar regions. And the many studies have said that, like in Antarctica, my colleagues have been telling that the dust is coming all the way from Argentina and Chile. So it's a long transport. So there are a lot of such issues which also happens in Himalaya as well as on the Arctic. So this, I think, is one of the very important topics which we need to address. And if we able to understand, I think what we need to do to safeguard this environment. This is also very important, that we need to take necessary steps so that we can maintain the environment which what happens in Antarctic, Arctic and the Himalayas. Because it's not enough to control or modulate our activity within that region, but what is important is also what happens in the outside. And in this context, we also need to understand that what are the natural causes of the change and as the human-induced changes. So we also need to look at the past climate, especially last 2 billion years, or very specifically I would say about last 10,000 years or so, which is very critical to understand what exactly happened during glacial, interglacial periods, and including all aspects, how the biota changed or adapted to the changes which has occurred. And this, our understanding about the paleoclimate now mostly coming from the ice cores and the lake sediments. In Antarctica, of course, there is a lot of work done on the ice cores, and even in Arctic, the ice cores. But I think in Himalaya, there is not much studies done on the ice cores, because there are several issues related to relay core in the glaciers on those heights. So this is one area which I think is very critical for us to address. At the same time, the lake sediments, I think we need to concentrate our studies, especially in Himalaya, on the lake sediments, like what we have been doing in the Antarctica. I'm sure that some of these issues will be discussed during this conference, and I'm sure that the very useful deliberations which we have would have laid the foundation for the studies which we need to take up. I'm extremely grateful to Sir Lakhan Rasik to invite me to participate in this, and I wish this conference all success.